Well, in Pentagram Motorsport, this E90 is almost ready for MOT. There's just one problem. I am this close to getting MOT'd. I've just got a couple of really common problems, so I thought I'd make a video showing you how to do things like sorting out the washers on these BMW E90s, because they're, well, you'll see. I mean, that's pretty pathetic, but wait until you see the location of the washer bottle. That's where you fill it up, and if you follow that pipe down, you see it disappears inside this part of the wheel arch. With the wheel off, you can see this tube here is the fill, and it goes inside of here. I'm going to take all these screws out. Those three off. There's what looks like a spline bit underneath here. It's quite a long one as well. And up inside the top part of the arch, we've got some 8mm bolts to come out. Then we switch to a 10mm for this one here. I think this is going to be the muddy bit. You can see behind there, that is the washer bottle. So that's the other end of the filler hose there, and then the actual bottle itself sits inside the wing here. So I'll have to undo that bolt there and then see if I can tease the bottle outwards, because the motor for it is actually down there in that piece. The shape of this bottle is quite problematic because it goes right up there. It reminds me of an ante there. Oh, this is the motor itself. All of the fluid that's in here, all up to here by the look of it, it's going to flow out. So I'm going to try and catch what I can in jars, but this is probably where I'm going to sort my working area. Now I think that the really slow trickle speed that's coming out at is indicative of the problem, because what happens is these bottles get all furred up and blocked. You'll notice there's a recess here which doesn't have a hole in the bottom of it. If you've got a car with headlight wipers or rear wipers, you may find that there's 2 or sometimes even 3 washer motors in here. So it's all of this stuff here, which is quite disgusting. It's been blocking the washer pump. Okay, I've unclipped these pipes from here, and I've just got this filler pipe to unclip, which I forget, I'll pull that piece away and then it'll pop out, and then the whole bottle is ready to come out. My goodness, no wonder it's all mucky. Look at the filler tube. Now there is this little bit of wire and loop right at the back. The washer bottle off, you can see the top of it's quite nice and clean, and then as you get towards the bottom, it goes dark where it's obviously full of sludge. One other thing that's fun, this was just plain water. It didn't have any washer fluid in it. That's just plain water. Look at how green it is. It's got bits floating in it. You want to shower on it? What? You want to shower into there? All these horrible blackbits come pouring out of it. And as I've been cleaning, this little bit has lifted out, and this is actually a filter. See, it is just completely blocked up with bits of nasty black something. Just for completeness, I think I'm going to take the hose out as well, because the hose is nasty. So, as they say, refitting is a reversal of removal. So the filter sits on the end of this rubber bung, and then the whole lot sits on the end of the pump like that. That washer bottle's back in there now. It was more of a fight than I thought it was going to be. Such an awkward shape. Anyway, before I put all the trim back and all the wheel back on and everything, I'm going to fill it up with water, and I'm going to pull a stalk and make sure we've actually got some washer jets first. This is the moment of truth. Well, that doesn't seem any better at all. It's fun working on cars, you know. So next thing I'm going to try is cleaning out these nozzles themselves, because I think these might be slightly blocked as well. You just grab the nozzle, pull it towards the front of the car, snaps up like that, and then you can lift it out. Once these are off that pipe, there's a little bit of wire and loom, the connector's buried in there, so you just pull off the pollen filter and we can get to that bit of loom there. So with that pollen filter lifted out the way, you can see, get to this bit of wire and loom here. So, having teased the ends of these apart, because they do seem blocked when you blow through them, managed to get that out. Look at how disgusting that is. I mean, blowing through this, I cannot even blow through that. That's how blocked it is. With that little white piece removed, the one on the right's cleaned up. You can see there's actually a hole all the way through it, and the one on the left I still haven't cleaned up yet, and that hole is completely blocked. Okay, having cleaned these up, I'm now able to actually blow through them. So I'm going to throw these back on the car. Fingers crossed we actually get some water out of them that hits the screen this time. Look at that. Got actual water on the screen. I have to say the spray pattern sucks, but at least it's hitting the screen this time. Okay, this is fun. So I've stripped down the end of that again, and I've put the end, just the end with the rubber on there. And look how far this will spray. This is still blocked, so I'm going to try and get a little pin in there, see if I can clear this out. Well, I'd say we've got a decent spray pattern off the passenger side one. Is that close enough for a team? I might swap them over, because the driver's side one has a pass-through, the passenger side one doesn't. I don't know if the part numbers are different, but let's see what difference it makes swapping them passenger to driver's side. We finally have what I think is an acceptable spray pattern. Both jets are hitting the screen in about the same location, and I think once you're actually moving, they'll fan spray up the whole screen. But that was painful, and every video on the internet tells you to take the washer bottle out, the washer motor, clean that up and put it back together and it'll work, and clearly that's wrong. Those washer jets on the bonnet, once they're blocked, it doesn't matter how clean you get that washer bottle, and it doesn't matter how well that motor's working, those jets, and I can't imagine they're particularly expensive either, but they do come apart and you can clean them up. What an absolute pain of a job that was. Well, at least now you know, and when you come to do your own, if you found this helpful, drop a comment, drop a like, and I'll see you on the next one.